Hey, if you're a parent, I want you to think about something for a second. How many times last night did your baby wake up crying? Once? Twice? 5 times? Now, what if I told you that in Japan, that number is almost cut in half? I'm not making this up. Researchers who studied infant behavior across multiple countries found that Japanese babies cry significantly less than babies in Western countries, especially the United States. And the reason has nothing to do with genetics. It has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with what Japanese mothers do starting from day one. So today, we're breaking it all down. And by the end of this video, you're going to have real, practical things you can start doing tonight. Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about the actual science here, because this isn't just a theory. In 2017, a team of researchers published a study in the Journal of Pediatrics. They looked at babies from multiple countries and tracked how much they cried in the first 12 weeks of life. The results were eye-opening. Babies in the United Kingdom cried the most, about 2 hours and 15 minutes per day on average. Babies in Canada and Italy weren't far behind. But babies in Japan and Denmark, they cried around 1 hour and 10 minutes per day. That's almost half. Now, think about what that means for a parent. That's 1 less hour of stress, 1 less hour of helplessness, 1 less hour of that heart-sinking feeling when you can't figure out what your baby wants. So the question is, why? What are Japanese mothers doing differently? It comes down to 4 key things, and they are simpler than you think. The first reason is something called immediate response. In many Western parenting cultures, especially in the United States, there's this idea that you shouldn't pick up your baby every time they cry. You've probably heard it. If you hold them too much, you'll spoil them. Let them cry it out. They need to learn. Here's the problem. That belief is not backed by child psychology research. In fact, it's actually backwards. When a baby cries and no one responds quickly, the baby's brain registers that as a threat. The stress hormone cortisol floods their tiny system. And here's what's interesting. The more often that happens, the more easily triggered that stress response becomes. So the baby actually cries more, not less. Japanese mothers do the opposite. In Japanese parenting culture, there's a concept called Amae, which roughly means sweet dependence. The idea is that a baby is meant to depend on the mother completely, and the mother's job is to respond to that dependence immediately and warmly. When a Japanese baby makes a sound, any sound, the mother responds. She picks the baby up, she soothes, she connects. And what happens over time? The baby's nervous system learns that the world is safe, that their needs will be met. And a baby who feels safe cries less. It really is that simple. The second reason is physical closeness, specifically skin-to-skin contact. Walk through any city in Japan and you'll notice something immediately. Mothers carry their babies everywhere, on their backs, on their chests, in a wrap, or a carrier. This isn't just tradition, this is biology. When a baby is held close to the mother's body, something incredible happens. Their heart rate stabilizes. Their cortisol levels drop. Their body temperature regulates naturally. Their breathing actually syncs with the mother's breathing. Think about that. The baby's entire nervous system calms down just from being close to mom. There's actually a name for this in science. It's called co-regulation. Babies cannot regulate their own emotions. Their brains aren't developed enough, so they borrow the mother's regulated nervous system to calm their own. In American culture, we tend to put babies in strollers, bouncers, swings, cribs, separate from us. Now, I'm not saying those things are bad. We all need breaks. But the more time a baby spends physically separate from their caregiver, the more they cry to call that caregiver back. Because crying is a baby's only tool for communication. Japanese babies spend significantly more time in physical contact with their mothers throughout the day. And the result? They cry less. Because they don't need to call mom back, she never really left. Third reason, and this one surprises people, the home environment. Japanese homes are intentionally calm. I'm not talking about boring. I'm talking about a specific, purposeful kind of calm. In Japan, there's a philosophy called mom, which means the beauty of empty space, of silence, of stillness. Japanese parents don't fill every second of a baby's day with stimulation. No loud music constantly playing. No bright flashing toys every minute. No TV running in the background all day. Now compare that to a typical American home. The TV is on, the phone is making sounds, the music is playing, people are talking loudly. And here's the thing, babies' nervous systems are incredibly sensitive. Newborns have just left the womb, which is actually a very consistent, rhythmic, muffled environment. When they enter a world of constant, unpredictable stimulation, their nervous system goes into overdrive. And how does a baby express nervous system overload? Crying. Japanese mothers are very intentional about keeping the environment calm, especially in the first few months. Soft voices, gentle lighting, predictable sounds. This gives the baby's nervous system a chance to adjust slowly to the outside world. And a calm environment creates a calm baby. Fourth reason, predictable routine. Babies don't understand language. They can't look at a clock. They have no concept of dinner is at 6. But what they do have is an incredibly powerful sense of pattern recognition. When a baby's day follows a consistent rhythm, feed, play, sleep, repeat, their brain starts to anticipate what comes next. And anticipation removes anxiety. A baby who knows on a deep body level that feeding is coming soon doesn't need to panic cry for it. A baby whose sleep environment is always the same sounds, same smell, same temperature, falls asleep more easily and wakes up less distressed. In Japanese culture, routine is deeply valued. Japanese mothers establish gentle rhythms very early, not rigid, military-style schedules, but consistent, predictable flows to the day. The baby's brain starts to feel safe in time, safe in routine. And again, a baby who feels safe cries less. American parenting culture is often more spontaneous. We go with the flow. We're flexible. And flexibility is great for adults. But for a newborn, predictability is everything. Okay, so now the real question. What can you actually do with this? Because you don't have to move to Japan to use these principles. Here are 4 things you can start tonight. Number 1, respond faster. I know it's hard. I know you're exhausted. But when your baby cries, try to respond within 60 seconds. Don't let them escalate. A quick response now means less crying later. Number 2, carry your baby more. You don't need an expensive carrier. A simple wrap works. Even just holding them on your chest while you walk around the house. That skin-to-skin time is doing more for their brain than any toy. Number 3, turn down the noise. For just 1 hour today, turn off the TV, put the phone face down, lower the lights a little, watch how your baby responds. You might be surprised. Number 4, pick one part of the day to make predictable. Just one, maybe bedtime. Same order every night, bath, feed, song, sleep. After a week, you'll start to see the difference. Small changes, real results. Here's the bottom line. Japanese babies don't cry less because of magic. They cry less because their mothers have built a system, a way of parenting that speaks directly to what a baby's nervous system actually needs. Safety, closeness, calm, predictability. These aren't Japanese secrets locked away in some ancient scroll. These are human needs, and your baby has them too. So try one of these tonight, just one. And if this video helped you, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps other parents find this content. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. We break down the best parenting wisdom from around the world every single week. And drop a comment below, tell me which tip you're going to try first. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.